What's going on, everyone? My name is Rasputin, and today I want to share something with you. It's something unusual that I do in previous videos. As you can see, I gone live. It's something that I actually never did before, and I actually did previously. I tried. I was experimenting, of course, but right now I'm going like full live on YouTube. So today, a couple of days ago, I had a very weird dream. Um, is actually related to death itself, and ironically, it's actually this dream I dreamed a few days before Kobe Bryant passed away. When I heard this news about Kobe Bryant and the helicopter accident, actually felt devastated. I actually had a dog that me and my family call Kobe because it's based on the Kobe Bryant no, no, based on the Kobe Bryant's name. So yeah, I feel shocked by the news, and the most sadly, it's actually also her daughter was in the helicopter crash, which is pretty sad. And but this is not what I this is not where I wanted to touch. So what I wanted to mention, it's uh, it's a dream that I had a long time ago. Fortunately, I managed to remember what was exactly about, and to the death. And if you it if you are a religious person, and or you take religion very seriously, um, please be consider yourself. If you gonna feel very uncomfortable, you can click away, because this might affect some people beliefs, Christianity, Muslim, whatever the religion that you are follow or that you follow or worship. If you're gonna feel very uncomfortable, please, you can click away. um, and of course, we can go straight into it. So the dream that I had, actually, in the dream I died with a heart attack, which is a pretty really high possibility. I'm not gonna lie, I believe I'm gonna die with heart attack. I'm not gonna hide that. um, and of course, after the death, I felt like really weird. Like, I could breathe, I could talk, I could hear, I could see, I could touch. Like, all my senses just gone away. I could hear absolutely nothing. I could see nothing. And like a moment later, I felt a voice like whispering in me, and I felt like he told me not to fear, like like everything is okay. So when I nothing. So when he told me, like, why he told me in exact details where we exactly go after our death. And the second is why we constantly having a deja vu. uh, I don't know. I don't know if someone have had this kind of dream before. If someone out there, if you had the same dream as I did, please share this video, and if to reach the people who had the same dream as I did, um, because it might mean something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe this entire video that I'm going live is pointless, but um, I'm gonna share with you guys. Maybe maybe it can be a signal. We never know. So uh, he explained. So this voice explained to me that when we die, we go somewhere. Like like our soul actually exists and it comes out from our body. So we go somewhere. So I'm gonna explain to you, like to have like I'm gonna explain to you in this whiteboard. So how to give you some, not only by speaking of course, but to show you exactly uh, to give you some visualization how might work this quote unquote after death that I had a dream about. So he told me that we go somewhere, like when we die we go somewhere like some kind of storage, some kind of place where all souls are collected, like a huge collection of souls, like a hive. So souls is the place where we go after death. Wait, let me try to come a little bit closer. Yeah, like this. I think it might be good. So when we die, for example, let's. I was born in 1995. So I was born in this place, and I died. I don't know which. Let's take an example. I'm gonna die in 2000 and I don't know 25. I don't care. If I'll die in 50 years, I don't care. So I died right here, 2025. So my soul got dragged right here in the places where all are. Your grandfather's son soul, your all your relatives already died or will be born. Like for example, let's take an example. He explained to me that the entire existence it's like a clock itself. So they have a beginning and the end. So in this case, like let's take an example. um, so this is the beginning of the entire existence, right? So it's 1 million before Christ, right? So from from one point to another, it's a really amount of time. So from this timeline to this timeline, a lot of souls have been born, and of course, let's take an example right here. Like let's take an example. This is 3,000 years, like after 1995. So from here to here, all again, a lot of souls have been born, like human souls and ants. All the living creatures have been born. So each living creature actually has a soul. So and of course, right here, like let's take an example. This is 5,000 5,000 years ago. Yes. So let's take an example like let's take like what if right here this is where the entire existence or the world whatever actually ends. So yeah, this is where let's take an example like in 5,000 years where everything ends. So this is where actually the timeline works. So it's like a clock itself. So it goes to 12 a.m. and it goes around and becomes from 12 a.m. goes to 12 p.m. and it begins again and again. So this is how everything works. And when a soul dies, it goes right. For example, in all the souls were have been here in the beginning, so they come here in the soul places where everything is stored, and they can have actually an access to another timelines. This is where I this is where I'm gonna put my theory on. So this is where the reincarnation comes in. Actually, for example, minus 1 million before 1 million years before Christ, it goes actually when they die, they can go or in 1995, or in 3000, or in 5000. So this is where the reincarnation elements comes in. So maybe if you ask me like why we don't remember absolutely nothing from our past, it's pretty simple. Because our memories, so there's a body, there's mind, and there's of course soul. So why do we don't actually remember absolutely nothing? It because our mind is part of our brain. So our brain stays, it's part of what goes in. Actually, in the death is only our soul, nothing else. It's like let's take an example. If a computer like if a computer just died, you cannot recover the memory, or the memory got damaged. It's over, it's gone. But of course, computer doesn't have a soul, and when yeah, so when the mind, like for example, a person who died is got buried, or maybe the organs are getting donated. So the brain itself actually stays in the actually stays on earth, or whatever it goes, but not the soul itself. The soul actually goes to the place where all another souls are stored. In other words, mm, I think this scheme it's actually some kind of a generator that it provides that uh, the souls can be generated to progress, like it's something. Maybe this is all programmed to like a heart pump, like a circulatory, like a sonar panel, for example. Well, so let's take an example, right? Let's take another example. Um, Once again, I'm gonna repeat. This is I'm not saying facts. This is only my theory. This is the dream that I had. Um, is nothing fact. Is not a fact. Is only my theory. So where we can actually go after the death. So a lot of people believe like there's a reincarnation. There's a reincarnation, or there's a eternal limbo where we can actually where we sleep. So there's a limbo, and of course there's the loop, and of course there's where you become a ghost. So this element actually it's let's be honest, guys. This um, some people who if you watch movies or video games or even TV shows that you can people who talk with dead people, um, or even Ouija boards. Guys, this the open your fucking eyes. That doesn't exist, okay, guys? That it's this all ghost thing. It doesn't exist, guys. Okay, so whatever, if you believe if there's a ghost, it's not, okay, guys. It's not. So so let's focus in these three elements. Uh, if you think they are distinct elements and beliefs, actually they don't. And they are actually they have a lot of similarities. So right now, how can we incorporate all these three elements? So let's once again, I'm gonna write it down. The better version of that scheme that I created. It actually create this all three elements: the reincarnation, the loop, and of course the limbo. So once again, so this is where we call this is where we go. So at this point, this we call the limbo. So this is where we can call the limbo. So for example, yeah, a person dies somewhere around 2030. So this is where his soul got dragged in the limbo, yeah, or like on the death. So right here, our soul can go somewhere here, or somewhere here, or somewhere here. So let's take an example. Let's say that right here, yes, is 3,000 years in the year. This is in the year 3000, and right here is in the year 5000. And of course, right here is where the entire existence has begun, or in this case, like a lot of people say, is Genesis. This is where like the Genesis comes in. Eclipse happens, it always goes to the Genesis. So whatever is actually destroyed is like a reset. Is like a reset itself. So if the apocalypse will happen somewhere around in the future, is actually is not going to be the end. Is actually going to be resetted. Is going to be resetted again to the Genesis. This is where we implemented the loop. The loop. So the loop is not actually in our lives, but actually to the entire existence. So some people believe that like after when we died, actually we going to like reborn again, and this is where this is why happens a lot of deja vus. So I I actually I used to that, but after when I dreamed about this, I'm gonna disagree because the deja vu it's actually happens is actually happens because of the timeline of the existence itself. So let's take an example. A person died in 2030, and he can go like in the past, like for example, uh, in the year 1000, or it can go to the year 3000, which is the reincarnation, and of comes in. So past, because what actually goes is only our soul. However, our memories are stored in the mind. So this case, our brain. So when we die, our memories all stays in our brains. So we cannot go like physically to this place that we call a limbo, or death itself, or this soul world. And what is interesting, it's in this limbo you cannot breathe or see or hear or touch or smell or doing absolutely nothing. So when there's something that I wanted to try in the future. So I want to close my eyes, I want to close my ears, my mouth, and of course I'm gonna still intact in my bed, and of course I'm gonna stop breathing like for a minute. It's an experience that I'm going to I would like to try to see, maybe this is might be how death feels like, you know. And of course this may be just my theory, okay guys. So yeah, this is it. So yeah, I forgot to mention right here. So an interesting fact, one interesting fact, this is actually how our cycle goes. So so this is where we born. For example, when we came out, when we came out from when we gave up, when a person is born, the soul and body comes in. The mind is starting developing because it's a little bit of a fresh mind. So through the time it's developed, the mind is the last thing that is got developed in the human cycle. And of course when we die, mind and body stays in this existence, and the soul is transported right here in this, in the limbo that we all call or death. So when we go to one of these timelines, it can be 5,000 years, in the 300 years, or 1,000. Yeah, this is where the main purpose is actually to the entire existence keep existing. So it's in a long story short, it's an endless cycle. Like for example, right here, my soul can be transported to the year 3000, to an animal that is about giving a birth, or a plant who's about to being planted, or somewhere else, an ant, whatever. So why do we feel deja vu? It's This is where things can be a little bit complicated. So for example, if we born right here in year 3000, we can when we die, when we die somewhere around this year, we can go whatever back to the same timeline, or keep moving forward, or in another timeline. So if actually all the entire souls that actually exist here, it's already passed in the same timeline twice or three times. This is why we feel this deja vu. So it doesn't matter where we going, like can be in the year 1000, whatever we learn in this timeline, it actually stays in that timeline. We don't take this memory from there. So this is what I dreamed about, and this is my theory. Like what actually to happen to us, to our soul, when we die and where we going. So in this scheme is actually has a element of reincarnation, reincarnation, of course the element this limbo stuff, and of course the and of course the what is the loop, yeah, loop. So yeah, this is it, guys. So this is what I actually dreamed about. It's a little bit, still a little bit confused, and I created this. I wrote it down immediately after I dreamed about it, and this is the theory that I created. If someone out there has the same theory, please write down below. And if you know that, if you know one of your friends has the same dream and share with you, please share this video. Maybe we can create something greater. Maybe we can develop it further, because after this dream, I was really excited, to show you guys, and I hope this might be some kind of signal, guys. And of course, I in the future I want to still developing this thing, this what I dreamed about. And maybe we can come some kind of, maybe can reach some kind of conclusions. Maybe we can find some answers, like about our death, about our life, and whatever it means, guys. And yeah, guys, this is it. And if you out there, if you managed to watch until the end this video live, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, guys, see, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you had a similar dream, please leave it a comment below. If you have a friend, please share this video. And of course, if you want to see more videos, I create more videos on video games and movies. I talk about them. Unfortunately, I cannot show them because I live in Europe. I mean, you know how fucked up the Europe is gonna be in the future because of the Article 13. Yeah, it's gonna change the internet forever. And yeah, this is what I have to share with you. This is my dream, this dream that I'm talking about. And yeah, then once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Next time I'm gonna prepare a lot of projects that I'm going to upload. And I hope to still tune you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.